Hello and welcome. Today we will be doing a personal reflection exercise and setting up some of our goals. If you are new to this channel, please check out my first video, part 1. This last week I spent setting up goals and going through a personal reflection exercise. Many of us know that what we want to change or improve this year, but some of us are not sure why we didn't do it last year or why we keep failing at it. So it's a good idea to reflect on our past experiences and keep in mind that all of us have different motivations and quirks. In the quest to better motivate me or push me to do better, I needed to understand my character and be honest with myself with what was holding me back. So I asked myself a couple of questions and wrote my answers down. I did this process several times, not all on the same day or time. Maybe I would think differently. I answered as honestly as I could, and this really helped me out, lay out a couple of goals I think helped me improve myself. Now, follow along and write down your answers. Try to be as honest as possible. So the first question is, what are some personal traits and or characteristics that may have held you back from the life you desire? Is it fear of failure or making a fool of yourself in front of your colleagues? Maybe of not being in control of the situation. For me, it was a lack of confidence and the guilt that kept me tied down to a person. Now, how are you going to overcome that way of thinking or acting? Maybe you need to move out and live on your own. Maybe it's time to get a new job. I don't know. What barriers did you overcome? For example, maybe you got through college on your own dime, or you started your business on your own and you're thriving. What would you do differently? What do you know now that you didn't know then? How did you acquire this knowledge? What is your biggest fear in? Now, this is an open question. What is your biggest fear in relationships, business, etc.? You fill in the blank and answer the question. Why do you have this fear or hesitation? How can you get over it? What would you do in life if you did not have these hesitations or fears? What is your biggest motivation? What do you need to do today in order to make the changes you want? Once I finished answering these questions, I had a better understanding of what mindset shifts I needed to make in order to have a greater chance of succeeding at my goals. When it comes to goal setting and forming habits, we need to start gradually. Goals share some similarities to habits, so I began to treat my goals like habits. We have all heard that you need roughly a month to keep a habit, but what I have done wrong in the past is tackle multiple habits at the same time. Another mistake I made was making my goal too vague. If you did this first dreamscaping exercise, you will notice that we are being very specific to what we want. This is important because it makes our goals and habits more tangible and you know exactly what you need to achieve. I also have a timeline for my goals. Some are short term, some are long term, and some are in between. When writing down goals, avoid writing them in negative language or in a way that makes you think about what you are trying to avoid. For example, don't gain more weight. Instead, write it like this. I will go to my CrossFit class every day and count my calories following my dietitian's recommendations. Another example would be to switch. Don't eat junk food to eat celery and peanut butter. as a healthy snack. Writing detailed goals will help to frame what we do on a daily basis. We tend to push ourselves more when the goal is something that we personally want and not what others want. This is why we did the dreamscaping exercise first. Your goals need to be personal. If you are enjoying this video, please click the like button. It lets me know when I'm doing a decent job. Now, the next step will be to look at your goals and categorize them into a timeline. I kept my goals to a maximum of 3 goals a month. For each goal that I chose, I focused on personal, professional, and physical aspects. If you are unsure of where to start when setting a goal, look back at the dreamscaping exercise and pick 3 goals that get you closer to that realization. I realized that in order to retain the progress from a goal, it may be necessary to interlink goals with one another. For example, if one of your goals is to regularly exercise and maintain a healthy diet, you break that goal into milestones. The first month you may focus on getting into the habit of regularly exercising and maybe cutting out fried food. The next month may focus on figuring out your physical limitations. For example, your max rep in push-ups, pull-ups, squats, whatever. And maybe you are now cutting back on how much sugar you consume, maybe by half. The point is to build on your goals until you reach your ultimate goal. Goals and habits should complement each other. For example, I am trying to get into the habit of waking up early in order to write my blog or work on this YouTube channel. I have weekly goals for my YouTube channel and my blog. The habit of waking up early complements my weekly goals since it gives me a dedicated time slot in my day to get this done. However, this will not get accomplished if I do not know what my why is. So ask yourself, why are you doing this? And what will you do once you have achieved your goals? Write the answers next to your goal. This is how I came up with my goals. I have already started implementing them, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. I'm currently waking up early and trying to get that habit. However, I won't lie, it's been difficult since I am a night owl, but I am doing better and I hope you will too. I hope you found this helpful. I will post a video every Friday and a guide on my blog on Mondays. Thanks for watching.